Hello everybody. This is episode 4, and I'm Sue Roberts, mental health nurse and sexologist, and I'm talking about the topic mentally healthy. Now we've got a young person here today, and I'm going to ask her name is Abby. Abby,
Hi.
what can you tell us, or what would you like to tell young people about being mentally healthy?
Well, I think mental health is not just the brain; it's also physical and cognitive.
Yeah.
Which is the brain. So emotions, and physically. If you're not really physically healthy, as well, you're not really. A lot of the time, you're not really mentally healthy.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's an all-rounder, really, with mental health. It's not just it's not. Yeah, you just have to. It's all three. Emotions, physical, and mental as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, what I think as well with, no one's ever perfect in the sense of someone's mentally all there. Everyone has their ups and downs when it comes to being mentally healthy in their ways throughout their lifetime and stuff like that. So no one's perfect in the sense of no one's not gone through anything.
True.
They've all everyone in their own life have experienced mental health or issues in some way or another. If it hasn't affected them, it could affect their friends or family. So even pets, because pets have they get anxiety and stuff like that.
It's not about pets.
I know, but they still get anxiety. It's mental health.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah.
I love animals.
Yeah. But what Tui was saying earlier, definitely drugs definitely alternate, what's the word? Alter your perception on, you lose all morality depending on any drug, if it's weed, alcohol especially, even though alcohol's a really big one because it's
Legal.
It's legal.
Yes.
And it's in your face all the time. So people that are alcoholics, very much I feel for them because, and it's classed as a social thing is to have a drink and stuff like that. And but it's just like any other drug that you take too much. I class alcohol as a drug.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Absolutely. A legal drug.
A legal drug.
That the government makes money off.
Because they pay with taxes.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
So, yeah, if you use, if you drink or if you use, substances and whatnot, consistently, mental health does put it affects your mental health a lot. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's right actually, because I work in mental health and I work with youth.
Yeah.
And there's major issues actually around THC.
Yeah, and they've prescribed it now. You can get prescriptions now for weed.
Yeah, because it's not laced with anything.
Yeah, because it's they grow it properly, but they use that now for medication.
Yeah.
Even though, weed is you can very much go into a psychosis very quickly. Some people can handle it, some people can't.
Yes, yeah.
Everyone's different in that sort of sense, with everyone different drinking alcohol and stuff.
Yeah.
But weed is a very, it's not that taboo anymore.
No, I don't think it was. I don't think it was really taboo. I think it's really common, particularly in New Zealand.
Yeah,
I think
very
it's
much
very, very common.
Yeah.
I think, from my perspective, I think it's the withdrawals and stuff that I never understood. I never understood that, and I learned stuff from the young
Like,
people.
a few of my girlfriends, like, you know, they smoke weed and stuff, and they, you know, if they don't have, like, a joint or, like, you know, a billy or something like that, they feel like that they can't sleep.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's all in the brain.
Yes, yeah.
It's like you can sleep. You're
Yeah.
just, like, fixating on the fact that, you know, you have to have that
Yeah.
to go to sleep because you're so used to doing that in your routine. But, like, you know, I used to smoke weed and you could just, I went cold turkey. You can't just...
Did you get withdrawals?
So, because I was a heavily smoker, like I smoked heavily, at first you get a bit of, like, you know, first couple of days you get trouble sleeping and stuff like that. That's me personally, people are different, but, like, I had trouble sleeping and stuff like that, but, like, it just, after a couple of days, sweet, all good. It's, you know, it's not, other withdrawals as well, like with alcohol, you can get, like, proper, if you're an alcoholic and you're getting off the alcohol, you can get actual, like, basically, like, heroin, you know, withdrawals.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know, shakes
Yes.
and, like, you know,
Yeah.
your bowels give way and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Like, other withdrawals, like, for me personally, weed wasn't that bad for the withdrawals, but, like, yeah, alcohol I've seen, because I went to Perth Clinic, they had a lot of, which is a private health hospital, that's an all-rounder for mental health, but it was private, so it was pretty bougie.
It is.
Yeah,
I've
very
worked there.
bougie. Got your own room and stuff.
Yeah.
But you have to have private health for that. No, you have to, what's it called?
Detox. Oh.
Yeah, with alcohol, like I've seen at Perth Clinic, how it can just really much affect, you know, you just lose that person that you are, you know. And because I worked in bars from 18 to 24, so I've worked behind the bar and stuff like that, in heaps of places in Perth. And I did work a little bit in New Zealand during the snow season in Owakuni.
Yeah.
Is it Owakuni? But yeah, I saw a lot of things when I was working in, like, pubs and stuff like that. You know, people losing their families because they can't give up the drink or anything like that, you know?
And that probably comes back to mental health issues. So they're dealing with trauma. Well, they're not actually
They're
dealing with trauma.
masking.
They're masking, yes.
Yeah, they're masking in a way to help them at that moment. It might help them then, but, like, you know, later on, or the long-term effect on it really puts a strain on anyone that's around that person.
And your physical health, cirrhosis of the liver.
Yeah, like everything
things
shuts down, and then, you know, you can, like, you lose, like, brain function as well, and you can do that as well from quitting alcohol, because if you've been, like, a full-time alcoholic for, like, years and years and years, and you decide that you want to stop, it can shock your body. Is that right?
Yeah. Major
shocks.
withdrawals,
Major, and, like, because, with heroin with heroin withdrawals, it's very much similar to alcohol.
I think with heroin, though,
no, because it's like...
it's laced very often.
Yeah, but, like, because your bowels, because you're so used to taking constantly that...
I think, I'm not really sure, I'm not an expert on heroin, but, because I worked in that era when heroin was big, and heroin in its purest form doesn't have any effect on the body. It's because it's laced with other stuff. And I had a girl on my rugby team who died of a heroin overdose. That was really sad. She was 27, really good rugby player. And she'd played basketball with us that night, and she'd been smoking THC, but I think it may have been laced with something. And she died of a heroin overdose. That was shocking.
That's another thing that's really bad in New Zealand is chronic, which is synthetic weed.
Yeah.
That's when I was in New Zealand. That was really bad.
Yeah.
And you can get that over the counter. New Zealand's really, like, people have died from that.
Really?
In New Zealand, yeah.
I didn't know that You can get it over
Yeah.
the counter. Wow.
Yeah, and it's because but it's synthetic weed. It's not real weed. It's like all these chemicals and stuff like that. It's not weed. It's like they spray certain chemicals to try and get the same effect, but it's not actual weed. It's like, you know, herbs and stuff like that.
Wow, okay.
So that's another thing that we could click onto.
Yeah, come on, New Zealand, get your shit together.
It's really bad there. Like, I thought when I went and visited my old man in New Zealand and I was in the main city and stuff like that, in Auckland, in Queen Street.
Yeah.
I thought everyone was actually on, like, downs, like, you know, heroin or, like, prescription drugs because they were, like, you know, passing out and stuff and that. And then it turns out, they're all...
wow. I
they're
didn't
all on
realise
chronic.
that.
Yeah, it's called chronic. So, yeah, New Zealand need to step up.
Yeah.
Get rid of that.
Yeah. Come on, Prime Minister.
We don't want one of that. We don't want any of that.
No, we don't, because
Thank you.
New Zealanders are fantastic people.
Yes, we are.
Okay, so on that note, Abby, we will finish. Good night, everybody. And thank you for listening.